So today I was talking to a new client of mine, and he's an actor in Hollywood, and we're going to be getting him in tip-top shape for movie roles. And I wanted to talk about the fastest way to get into movie star shape. If you're trying to get ready for the summer, beach, pool, lake vacation, and you're a guy in his 30s, 40s, or 50s, how do we do it? What's the fastest way? So let me break it down for you in the most simple possible fashion. Number one is we need to start moving more throughout our day. Okay, we need to start making a commitment right now to making walking the cornerstone of our day-to-day. It's so easy to think about all the gym sessions we might need to do, or the crazy cardio, circuit training, CrossFit, Orange Theory stuff that you think is going to burn all these calories, but some of the lowest hanging fruit is sitting right in front of you. And that lowest hanging fruit is simply standing up from wherever you're sitting and going for a walk. My suggestion, like cut and dry, no nonsense. If I was, had to bet $1 million on getting someone in shape, I would say get at least 12,000 steps a day in your routine. How to do this? Well, I would get up in the morning, I'd take my dogs for a walk, or I would go walk by myself around the neighborhood. Then I would come back, I'd get my kids ready for school. And when I got to the gym, I would warm up for 10 minutes on the treadmill, just walking. I'd walk around a little bit in between sets, near wherever I'm working out. And then I would finish my workout with a 15 to 20 minute walk. Now, what you can do over time is you can make some of these walks more intense. And one of the walks that I would do more intensely is my post-workout walk. I would walk on an incline, all right? I would put the treadmill at like a 10 to 12% incline, and I would start walking at a faster pace over time, and I would just get a little bit more intensity built into the walking that I'm already doing. What I would also do is after I eat during the day, I would walk around for 5 to 10 minutes. And then at night, I would take my dogs or by myself or with my kids or with my wife, and I would go on a walk to finish the day. That's how I would get more steps in, 12,000 to 15,000 steps a day. Super, super powerful for burning fat. But here's where things get interesting. What I would also simultaneously do is I would cut back on my actual training in the gym. I wouldn't be hitting the gym 5-6 days a week. I would do 3 to 4 non-negotiable workouts every single week, okay? And the reason for this is I want to minimize the stress that I'm placing on myself to try to be on top of every little thing, do all the right things, and I would make sure my focus is on my movement and my calories, which we'll talk about here in a minute. With training though, I would focus on getting stronger, okay? I would focus on being very proactive with strength training so that during the course of this cut where I'm getting ripped and movie star shape for summer, I'm also getting stronger, all right? Because muscle takes time to build. You're not going to rapidly speed up the process by training 6 days a week. In fact, most of the guys I work with inside of our program, which by the way, you can learn all about in the comments below and in the description of this video, are guys who only have time for 4 or 5 days max of working out per week. Usually it's 3, okay? And as a busy dad myself, I'll tell you right now, some days I only have 10 minutes. And sometimes I do my 10-minute workouts, which by the way, I give you a free copy of my 10-minute workouts if you want a free copy. Just comment the word workouts in the comments and I'll send you a link to join our free group where I give out free stuff all the time. Just comment the word workouts and I'll send you a copy of our top 100 10-minute workouts that I know will help you. Anyway, so going back to workouts, I would cut back a little bit, right? Just to avoid burnout, avoid my appetite going bonkers, just avoid some of the negative things that can happen when you train way too much and the volume is way too high. Anyway, and this is really, I just say this is specifically for the guy who wants that athletic frame. He doesn't need to be overly bulky. He doesn't need to be like Chris Hemsworth, who's like super huge in all the Marvel movies. This is for the guy who just wants to look like an absolute movie star, like someone who has a six-pack. People are like, wow, your face is chiseled, jawline looks good. Like, this is for the dad who wants to look like a super dad, okay? This is not, the guy who's doing bodybuilding competitions who needs to be like massive and have cartoonish muscles and all that. Then I'd say you might need more volume, right? Might need to pump yourself full of anabolics too, because those guys are not natural. But let's talk about the nutrition side. What would I do to get in shape as fast as possible? Well, number one is I would fast, okay? I would throw a weekly 24 to 36 hour fast in my week. Maybe not right away, but eventually. Every day though, I would skip breakfast. Okay. I've been skipping breakfast myself for years. It helps me save calories for when I'm most hungry at dinner. It also kind of gives me that like emergency calorie fund, if you will. Like, man, what if I get called into a work event? Or what if my wife wants to go out to eat? Or what if friends come over? Like, what if I need that extra 1,000 calories at the end of my day versus using them at breakfast? I'm not that hungry in the morning, so why waste them? Okay. So I would eat a light lunch, protein shake in the afternoon or a protein bar, a pretty decent sized dinner, and then a little, dessert before bed. And that's the routine that I would stick to. Now, in terms of how much food to eat, well, if I'm trying to get as lean as fast as possible, I have to get a little more aggressive. Okay. So I'm going to say about 11 to 12 times your goal body weight, maybe dipping into the 10 times your goal body weight calorie range too, but not for long. Okay. We're not going to want to stay that low for very long. In fact, I would say 12 times your goal body weight is probably good. That's aggressive enough. Any lower than that, and we're like, we're getting into some pretty nasty territory. I've talked to guys who, were put on, 1,500 calorie diets. I mean, that's just miserable. Like, you're going to absolutely hate your life, and it's not sustainable, and you're going to blow back up. The scale's going to go up and down. It just sucks. So don't do that. Okay. I would make sure that I have my go-to meals. So I would eat simple stuff. I'm talking eggs and English muffins. I'm talking steak and potatoes. I'm talking, chicken on a nice pizza tortilla. I'm talking tacos, like stuff that you can put together in a pinch. Have your go-to meals for when you eat out too. Know what you can order at restaurants because life's not as simple as prepping all your meals and having everything ready to go. If you have a personal chef, great. Most people don't. If you want to order some meals, that's cool too. Just make sure you're ordering meals that help you hit your calories, all right? And you're not ordering stuff that's like crazy high in calories and you're sabotaging yourself. The other thing I would do is I would get outside as it gets warmer, okay? When we're outside and we're in the sun and we're feeling like, man, it's time to like wear less clothes, feel good. I tell you, there's something psychological about it, right? And I'll end with this thought. If you're interested, by the way, in getting my 10-minute workouts and other free trainings, just comment the word workouts below this video. But this other thought that I had that I think will make a lot of sense is we need to stop thinking about all the things we can't do when we're trying to lose fat. Like all the things we're going to lose, like, oh, I don't get to have the ice cream. I can't have this. Okay, I get it. There's some things you have to change. You can absolutely enjoy life and still get ripped. But I want you to start thinking about the things that you gain from this, okay? Is it the waistline that looks better? Is it the abs? Is it the bicep veins? Is it your energy? Is it your jawline? Is it your face looks leaner? Like your compliments that you get from people, like what are the things that you get? Because I'll tell you, you gain so much more than you lose by getting in shape, all right? I'll end with a question. If you made it this far, what is the physique that you admire that's been in movies? What is like your favorite physique that you've ever seen in a movie? Let me know in the comments. I'm super curious. I love working with actors. It's not my only type of person I work with, but they're just amazing because they're so hardworking and they put in the time and they got to show their body off on screen, which is right smack dab in the middle of the pressure cooker, right? So props to them for doing it. But heck, we're all capable of looking like a movie star this coming summer. So if you're interested about how I can help you do that, if you're a guy in his late 30s, 40s, 50s, or beyond who wants to look good while also being a great family man, a hardworking guy who shows up, does what he says he's going to do, and you just don't have the physique that you want, check out the description below for some options and we can talk. And I look forward to the next one. Make sure you check out my latest video on how I would go from 30% body fat to 10% body fat. I think that one will help you. That'll be a good next step for you. And I'll see you over there. Peace.